Hi, good morning, fifth grade. Yesterday you guys did a fantastic job on the first two reasons why our blood needs to be cleaned and ways that happens. So just a quick review. What is the reason why our blood needs to be cleaned? Yeah, so we don't get poisoned, right? And the two organs that we looked at that do that, that's right, our skin and also our lungs, and this process that we call respiration, where we breathe in oxygen and we exhale what waste product? That's right, carbon dioxide. Okay, and our skin gets rid of toxins and other salts that we don't need in our bodies. How? Through sweating. That's right. So those were the two ways that our body got rid of those things, because we don't want our blood to be poisoned. So we get rid of any toxins with our skin and our lungs that way. So we're going to look at another way that another organ actually cleans out your blood as well. We're going to be looking at the kidneys today, okay, the kidneys. And then we're going to look at a couple of different things that you guys could do to make sure that your body and your cardiovascular system stays healthy, all right? I don't want to catch you off guard. I'm going to show you a real picture of a kidney in just a second. It's not that bloody, but just so you're not like, wow, what the heck? This is going to be a real picture of a kidney. All right, so here it is. Now, most people have two kidneys in their bodies, but some people can live with one. If you have a bad kidney, you can live with one, or I could donate one of my kidneys to someone else who needs a kidney transplant, and I would be totally fine as long as my other kidney was healthy. But most people have two kidneys. These are these like bean-shaped organs. You're never going to look at beans the same way, right? These are bean-shaped organs that are located on either side of your spine, just under your rib cage. So for me, and for all of us, it would be like right here on our backs. We have one on either side, okay? Does that make sense? So we have two, one on either side. Each of your kidneys is about the size of your fist. So if you make a fist, that's about the size of your kidney. So you have one of each on either side, and then what else is also about the size of your fist? That's right, your heart is. So your heart and your two kidneys are about the size of your fist. So that's a good comparison when thinking of some of the things inside your body. Okay, your kidneys have many functions, but their most important job is cleaning your blood. It will actually take waste. They remove waste and excess water from your blood. So it goes in through the tubes. Notice it has red things and blue things, which means it has what going into it and coming out of it. That's right, it has those veins and arteries as well, okay? You can see it right here, the renal artery and vein. And then we have our ureter, which is basically the tube that goes from your kidney to your bladder. So blood flows into the kidney through the renal artery. And inside each kidney, there's these tiny little filters that are in there. We call those nephrons. And each kidney has more than 1 million of these nephrons inside of them. So one kidney has more than 1 million of these nephrons. And these, again, are like filters that your blood flows through. And those nephrons will clean the blood by removing waste material. And once the blood is cleaned, it flows out of the kidneys and back to the heart. And the wastes that have been cleaned out of the blood are combined with water to make urine. All right, so let's think about this. You have your two kidneys, and all blood in your body will flow through those kidneys. And your kidneys take any waste material in there that's not needed. It goes in, it goes through all those nephrons, those little tiny like filters, and it pulls out any of the bad stuff, and then the good clean blood exits through the vein, and it goes back to your heart. And anything that's not supposed to be in your blood gets mixed with water and turns into urine. And where does the urine go from your kidneys? What do you think? Well, let's see. These wastes are sent to the bladder, okay? So here's our kidneys on either side. You have the blood that goes into it through our renal artery, goes through all the nephrons to get cleaned. Clean blood comes out and goes back to the heart. And then you have your ureters right here. These are the tubes that go from the kidney to your bladder, and any of the things that shouldn't be in your blood get mixed with water, go into the bladder to be stored until they're ready to be eliminated from the body. What is that basically saying? Yep, when you pee, you get rid of it. So, how can we protect our heart? Well, there's a couple of things that we can do. We can stay active, right? Get plenty of exercise, eat your vegetables, and visit the doctor for regular checkups. Your annual checkup will make sure that your body's healthy. So you've probably heard this kind of advice many times, right? Stay active, make sure you, and you always hear from me, make sure you get plenty of sleep too. That's also big. A basic reason is to follow this advice is to help your heart stay healthy. However, the main reason that a healthy heart and body are important to God is because God wants us to take care of everything, and that includes our bodies. Whether it's a biome or our bodies, it's our responsibility to make sure that we are taking care of it to the best of our ability. Right here it says, I eat healthy because I want to have strength to serve my God. So some heart-related problems and diseases, unfortunately, are inherited, which means that certain diseases and certain heart-related issues come from our genetics, our DNA. So what? Let's say that I have in my family history, I have a great-grandfather who had heart disease, and his son had heart disease, and his daughter had heart disease, which would be my mom, which means that I might also have heart disease because everyone in my family before me has had that. I could have some sort of issue where it is just passed down genetically. Sometimes that happens, and it's not necessarily your fault, okay? Other times, heart issues are related to bad habits or bad choices. How you live can affect the health of your heart. So wise choices, healthy living habits, they can help you avoid some of these heart issues and prevent some diseases. But not all the time. Like I said, sometimes it's just passed down and it's inherited from family member to family member. Eating the right kinds of foods, that's another way. And it's to keep your heart healthy, and it's actually one of the best ways to keep your heart healthy. Doctors usually suggest that people eat a variety of foods from each of the food groups, which we've talked about before. Eating foods that are good for you can help prevent many of these health problems. Some problems that can develop from poor eating habits, okay? For example, a person who often eats high-fat foods like fries, or potato chips, those things can damage your heart. Those fatty materials build up inside the arteries over time, and the arteries can get clogged. So you see this here? This would be like, all these little pieces here would be like grease and fatty acids, stuff like that, that are building up on the inside of the arteries. And the more that you eat them, and the more that that is the type of food that you eat, the more that these arteries become clogged. Now let me ask you guys a question. What could be some of the problems? You saw that artery go from being nice and clear to just having a tiny hole for the blood to flow through. What problems could arise from something like that? Yeah, the blood's not getting through all the way, so we could have some major issues there with blood flow. It can block blood vessels and not allow blood to get through, which means you're preventing oxygen and nutrients in the blood from getting to the organs and other areas of the body that it's needed. Sometimes surgery is needed in order to restore the proper blood flow. So you can see right here, this is called a bypass surgery, where they will actually send this wire into your arteries that has like a balloon on it, and the balloon inflates and it pushes away some of this fat, and they leave it in there to keep your arteries open. Another awesome way to keep your heart healthy is just to exercise. You guys are kids, you should be outside. You know, you hear me say that to you all the time. Go outside and play, go run around. Just like other muscles, the heart muscle needs to be exercised as well. Walking, running, swimming, bike riding, jumping rope, those are all really good exercises, and they will strengthen your heart. You can also prevent many kinds of health problems simply by doing things like not smoking. Can lead to many heart problems, damages your heart and blood vessels, make them have to work harder. Just a quick warning, I'm about to show you a real lung, so if you are don't like the real pictures, cover your eyes for a second. So smoking reduces the amount of oxygen that can enter the bloodstream. So a person who smokes is more likely to develop heart disease as well, or other problems. So you can see this is a smoker's lung after someone who has smoked for a very, very long time. And this is what healthy lungs look like. Big difference, right? You can see that huge difference there. This is what a healthy heart looks like. This is what a damaged heart looks like. You can see, obviously see the big difference there. This could lead could have happened because of someone smoking as well. So we've learned in this chapter that God is this perfect creator. He's created these many tiny details inside of our body that helps it work perfectly. In his wisdom, he's given people an amazing transportation system within our bodies. The heart pumps blood, the blood vessels carry blood to every cell in the body, and each cell receives the oxygen and nutrients that it needs. This system is what keeps the body alive. There is no man-made transportation system that could ever be as efficient as what is inside of our bodies. Now, the success that scientists have had in treating heart problems has improved healthcare, made life easier, and allowed people to live longer. The more we learn about our hearts and the blood that it's pumped, the more amazed we are by the creation of God. Remember when I was telling you guys what Harvard Medical School had created in building new hearts for people by using someone else's heart? It's crazy what medical technology is able to do with more research and just trying stuff over and over and over again. Who knows what you guys are going to be able to do in the future. Here are the questions you are going to answer today. What are the 3 organs that help keep the body clean? You answered 2 yesterday. I want you to add the 3rd one today. Number 2, how do the kidneys help remove wastes? And then what are some ways to keep your heart healthy? I want you to give me 3 ways to keep your heart healthy. I want you to answer those in complete sentences and really think them through. And we will pick up with our lesson on Thursday. Love you guys. Bye.